Once upon a time, in a small art studio nestled between the bustling city and a quiet forest, lived a young animator named Mila. She wasn't famous. She didn't have thousands of followers or awards lining her shelves. But what she did have was a heart that beat with passion and a mind full of stories. Mila spent her days sketching characters, each one with oversized, glowing hearts. They danced, cried, struggled, and soared across her tiny screen. She called them the Heartlings. They didn't speak much, but their emotions were loud, raw, and real. Through every frame, she poured in pieces of herself, her fears, her dreams, her losses, her joy. At first, no one noticed. She posted her animations online, watched the views trickle in slowly, and sometimes not at all. Friends told her she was wasting time. Her parents gently encouraged her to get a real job. And doubt? It whispered to her every night before sleep. Is this really worth it? But still, Mila drew because she knew something. Animated hearts can teach real-life lessons. One evening, after a long week of rejections from freelance gigs, Mila released a short animation titled The Patchwork Heart. It told the story of a little character who had a heart stitched together with different fabrics, each patch representing a pain or failure. But by the end, that heart glowed brighter than ever, because it had been mended with care, courage, and compassion. The video went viral, not in a firework exploding kind of way, but in a quiet, soul-touching ripple. People from all over the world commented things like, "This helped me through a dark time," and "I never thought a cartoon could make me cry." Suddenly, Mila's inbox wasn't empty. Schools, organizations, even hospitals wanted her animations. Not because they were flashy, but because they were honest. But here's the twist. Mila didn't change her style to fit trends. She didn't chase likes. She stayed true to the heartbeat of her work. Real emotion, real lessons, wrapped in animation. One day, she was invited to speak at a youth summit. She stood on stage, a bit awkward, clutching her notes. And then she said something that stayed with everyone in the room. "I used to think my heart was too soft for this world, but it turns out softness isn't weakness. It's what makes stories real. It's what connects us. And if your heart is animated, with purpose, love, and resilience, it can move people more than you know." The crowd was silent for a moment. Then applause erupted, not just for her art, but for her truth. Real-life lesson? You don't need a massive platform, perfect plan, or everyone's approval to make a difference. You just need to show up, stay real, and let your heart do the talking, even if it's through sketches, songs, words, or quiet actions. So if you've got a dream, no matter how small it seems, don't dim it. Because sometimes the world doesn't need another loud voice. It needs an animated heart willing to tell the truth. And maybe, just maybe, that heart is yours.